So if you're like me and thousands of others, you love Alani. Their marketing team is obviously genius because it's so hard to find. But come with me and make a new ruby red tumbler. Go ahead and get your image created, get it sized to the size of the tumbler that you're going to make, get it ready for print. You always want to print sublimation in the highest quality possible, and then make sure that you flip that image. You got to send it to the printer in reverse because it is going to print or sublimate onto your tumbler or whatever item you're printing onto in reverse. Go ahead and grab it from the printer. Since this is going to be a seamless tumbler, you want to make sure that you cut it all the way to the edge. Leave no white or that white part will show through because the tumbler itself is white as well. I did have to actually reprint this one because I did not make it wide enough. So it did have a little bit of white to it, so I had to reprint and recut this one. Make sure again, when you size it, that it goes right to the edge or overlaps just a little bit. One trick I have learned as well, if you do overlap it or get it seamless, right edge to edge, once you tape it up, you want to go ahead and run down that seam a couple of times with your thumbnail. Yes, I have ruined a couple sets of nails doing this. You can use a credit card, any other hard object as well. But again, go ahead and tape all the way down that seam and make sure that you go up and down the seam so that it's pressed flat against the tumbler. Anytime you have any bubble or any kind of, I want to say bagginess, but any kind of leeway at all, and it's not flat, tight against the tumbler, that's when you will get ghosting, or you can get it to be a little bit off-colored, I guess. Usually it's lighter in those areas, so you want to make sure, again, that it's very, very flat and up against that tumbler. I have the automatic HTV romp press, which I absolutely love. I had to get it because I had a very large job to do. But sometimes after putting it in, you do need to go ahead and flip it to make sure that those edges do get all the way done. I use my my weeding tool to go ahead and get that hot tape off. But if you do use a weeding tool or anything sharp at all, I have ruined a couple tumblers. Just a tip out there. Don't dig in too hard, because if you dig in too hard, you can actually go into the coating, and you'll definitely be able to see that. It's not going to be a perfect press. So again, peel off all the tape. Go ahead and get a final look at your tumbler. That tape, when it's hot, tends to re-stick. And here we go. See, I was checking to make sure I didn't dig in. That's my new ruby red Alani New. So this is the final product, 20 ounce. I do create them myself if you want to order in the greater Sacramento area. So that's Old Faithful and that's the new one. Which one do you prefer? I should have done the original and glow in the dark. What do you think?